Hello everybody, welcome to our DVC journey. You know, sometimes a deal's just too good to pass up, and that's what we're talking about today on our DVC journey. And a deal from DVC, and we came across this and we just couldn't pass it up. So what we found was we were looking for a contract, of course, a contract that Gail, there's always one person in the family that says, let's buy more points, and another one says, no, we're okay, we're good. Well, Gail and I came to a compromise because we found a deal that's too good to pass up. So we're going to tell you about that deal and how it's progressing, and keep you posted on it. So what happened was, I believe it was about the 8th of the month, a couple of weeks ago, that we were sitting around and like most DVC fanatics, you know, looking at the different contracts that are available at different sites and so on and so forth. And Gail and I, if you watched our videos, we really love Old Key West, and we've never had a real opportunity to get into Old Key West. We have come across a contract that was 210 points, and I believe the price was $94 a point. And it's a 2057 contract, and it's has full points for 25 and full points for 26. So we came across this contract, and how we came across it was posted from DVC Resale Market as a red hot deal. And what a red hot deal is that the seller has agreed that I'm going to sell at this price, no negotiating, this is my rock bottom price, these are the terms that we'll accept, no other offers, it has to be this price. So we looked at it and we felt it was a good price. We felt it was a very good price. So good that I'm a little bit concerned about ROFR, Disney's right of first refusal to be able to buy the contract out from underneath us as far as our offer. So we submitted our offer a couple of weeks ago. We're working with Derek over at DVC Resale Market. And, you know, like I say, just want to give you, if you've never purchased resale or haven't bought direct, we talk about buying direct points, how our experience was. We'll talk about our experience with DVC Resale. So the first thing was finding the right contract for us. So we look around, this is the contract, this is where it's at, it's a red hot deal. We worked with Marissa in the past, which Marissa is still there, but she's, you know, gotten promotion and things of that nature. So I didn't really think she was available to deal with a contract directly. So we got set up with Derek. Derek's been great communicating. As soon as we put an offer in, there was a response, the offer was received, and that they were going to send it off to the seller, which we figured the seller was going to accept it because it was to their terms. So right away, the seller got the offer. They must have approved it pretty quickly, or it was pre-approved as long as it met all the criteria that they wanted. So that got approved immediately, pretty much. So of course, some paperwork had to be signed and things of that nature. And then we had to put down a deposit through the title company and so on and so forth. So all of that went through. The very next day, we got a email stating that it's already gone to Disney Vacation Club for right of first refusal, for ROFR. So that's where we're at this point. We're waiting for a decision from Disney Vacation Club as to whether they're going to exercise their right to buy that contract from the seller at the terms that we said that we would buy it. So everybody has to go through that if they're going to buy a resale contract. So we know that. So we're just patiently waiting to see. Have been looking at other people's responses as far as on different Facebook pages as to how contracts are going and things of that nature. Again, a little bit concerned if it won't be able to pass ROFR, because I feel it was a very good price to be able to pick up those points. So Disney, in turn, Disney Vacation Club, might feel the same way. So we're sitting, we're waiting, going to see what happens. But in the meantime, again, give you updates as what's going on. So we put that offer through. Derek's been great communicating with us. And we know the drill. Once it's submitted to right of first refusal, then DVC Resale Market has already told us that it could take up to 50 to 80 days for them, to actually go through and all of this. So I can't remember the exact number of days that DVC has to respond to it and answer. But looking at the Facebook pages, some have passed right of first refusal, and they're all different resorts, so it doesn't matter, what our particular Old Key West contract that we're putting an offer in on. So some have passed, some haven't. Someone had a Grand Floridian contract that was purchased through Disney back to DVC. So you just never know, what DVC is doing, and why would they want to buy a contract with Old Key West? They just had this huge sale that went on a few months ago, buying direct from them. That went over very well. They actually ran out of points. So if Disney Vacation Club is going to exercise right of first refusal, it just means that they probably have somebody that has said, hey, I'm interested in this resort, this many points, maybe I want this use year. They might be particular about that if they're already members. So we just, again, sit and wait. But one thing that I thought I wanted to share with you regarding DVC Resale Market, of course, dealing with Derek, and we purchased through them before with using Marissa, Marissa was great, but we put through an offer on another contract a few years ago already. So we put that through, and the seller ghosted Disney Resale Market. They didn't respond to their phone calls. They didn't respond to emails. They didn't send the contract agreement back. We had already put all the monies down up front for that to be held in trust, and nothing. So the contract had to be voided, ended, whatever. So because that happened, no fault of DVC Resale Market, Marissa said, you know what, we feel bad about this, even though it's not their fault. They felt bad about it. She said, we're going to credit you in the future. If you decide to buy from us, we're going to give you a credit toward some of your cost for another contract. Well, in the meantime, we did find another contract, put an offer in, had it accepted, went through all of it, got done, everything went great. Well, right of first refusal got passed. That was a Saratoga contract that we purchased through DVC Resale Market. So I got to thinking on this one for the Old Key West, I don't know if I ever got that credit. I don't recall, and I didn't mention it when we found another contract because, again, it had been several years had passed. And I'm like, I wonder if that's still any good, or did we already use it? So I got a hold of Marissa through email, and I had no paperwork for that. I couldn't remember anything, what the contract number was, anything of that. So I gave her as much history as I could about the contract. So she went out of her way, looked it up, found out through this county, I guess it is, that holds the deeds and all of that, the recording office. She looked up the records, and she said, you know what? I see where you bought the contract. We did not give you the credit, so we're going to give it to you this time with this Old Key West contract. So I thought that was great because I told her, I said, don't worry about it. I don't want you to hassle, go through it, spending your time researching it, because I don't really have any particular information for you. But she did do that, and I wasn't even dealing with her on purchasing this contract. Remember, I'm dealing with Derek, or Gail and I are dealing with Derek. So the point is that's what customer service is, going the extra mile to say, let me research this. I want to do what's right. And guess what? She came back and she said, I want to make sure Derek knows that you get a credit towards your purchase of this contract for the fees. And so we're going to get a contract credit if it passes right of first refusal. So we're really excited about it. So in turn, what would that do? What's our plan? Our DVC journey, what's our plan with that? So what we're going to do is we have one of our original contracts It's the only one that expires in 2042. That's Boulder Ridge at Wilderness Lodge. So we've decided we're going to, once this contract goes through, we know it's secured, we see the points deposited into our membership, then we're going to sell our Wilderness Lodge, because that would put us close to 900 points, and we've agreed we don't need 900 points, which we do need, but like everyone could use extra points. But we've come to an agreement that, hey, let's get rid of this contract, sell this contract that expires in 2042, pick up to 2057. What we paid for the Boulder Ridge in 2001, we're going to do very well in selling it, because although DVC is a timeshare, we're still going to come out good with selling that contract from 24 years ago. We're still going to be selling it for more than what we paid for it at the time of 2001, with the purchase price and the sale price in comparison. So anyway, that's what's going on. We'll keep you posted. Don't know, it may be another week, it may be another month. I don't really know. So we're just sitting, we're excited about it because we love Old Key West. That puts us at 2057 in expiration. Our other contracts are all through Saratoga, which expires in 2054. So we have contracts that are longer, closer together as far as expiration. And with Old Key West, with the 210 points, what we figured we could do is we could still bank part of those points in 1 year, borrow from another, and be able to get a 3-bedroom grand villa at an 11-month booking window. Because that's one problem we ran into with booking Old Key West first time ever. We couldn't get a 3-bedroom grand villa last spring. When we had a big family gathering, we had to get a 2-bedroom and also a studio, which we would much rather have had it be able to be in the grand villa, but we didn't have the 11-month booking window. So very good point. Buy where you want to stay and think about that 11-month booking window. So now we'll be good where we can reserve those points 1 year, flop them over if we know we're going to have a big group, bank them, and then that year that we're going to take a big group, we can use our 11-month booking window, get the grand villa, stay where we want to stay, and everyone's in the same villa, and it would be great. So we're really excited about it. We'll keep you posted, but so far so good. Contract's going smoothly. It's off to Disney for ROFR, and Marissa and Derek have been great dealing with them, as we've dealt with Marissa in the past, as I said, with DVC Resale Market. So very excited about it. Wanted to share that news. What's going on with our DVC journey? Because you just never know what's going to happen. A contract comes up that you are really interested in, and here we go. So we'll let you know where the journey takes us with this contract. So super excited. So as we always say, thank you for joining us on our DVC journey. Be kind to cast members, and we'll see you on our next DVC journey. Bye.